The $1 rule that predicts whether you'll ever be wealthy. You're in line at a coffee shop. You open your banking app while you wait. Your paycheck hit yesterday, and somehow your balance already looks like it got jumped in a dark alley. You think, I didn't even buy anything crazy. Just coffee, food, a few Amazon things, a subscription or two, gas, life. And then you say the sentence that quietly predicts your entire financial future. It's just $1. It doesn't matter. That right there, that's the moment. Because whether you ever build real wealth doesn't come down to one big decision. It comes down to how you treat one single dollar. My name is Robert, and I spend way too much time thinking about financial discipline. If you are someone who are experiencing financial difficulties that cause problems in life, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, this video is not about being cheap. It's not about skipping every coffee or living like a monk in a cave. It's about a mindset rule I call the $1 rule. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Here's the thing. Most people think wealth is built with big moves, big salary, big investment, big opportunity, big inheritance. That's what social media sells you. But the Federal Reserve has consistently found that a huge portion of Americans would struggle to cover a $400 emergency with cash, not because they never earn money, but because money flows through them like water through a sieve. Here's what most people don't realize. Wealth isn't about how you handle $10,000. It's about how you treat $1. What is the $1 rule? The $1 rule is simple. If you don't respect $1, you'll never control $10,000. Because every big financial number in your life is just $1 repeated thousands of times. A $50,000 salary, that's $1 to 50,000 times. A $300,000 house, $1, 300,000 times. A $1 million net worth, a million tiny decisions. But most people treat dollars differently, depending on the number of zeros attached. And that's the mistake. The psychology behind it. This is where it gets really interesting. Your brain does something called denomination neglect. Small amounts don't trigger emotional resistance. $1, your brain says, doesn't matter. But 200 of those? That's $200. Let's do real math. Say you make $60,000 a year after taxes. That's about $5,000 per month. Now, imagine you casually overspend just $10 per day. Not reckless. Just slightly pricier food, random add-ons, treat yourself moments, convenience fees. $10 times 30 days equals $300 per month. $300 times 12 equals $3,600 per year. Invest $3,600 annually at 8% for 30 years. You're looking at over $400,000. That's not from some genius investment strategy. That's from respecting $10, 10 $1 decisions per day. I knew a guy, good job, decent salary, always broke. He'd say, I don't know where my money goes, but watch his day. Extra toppings, food delivery instead of cooking, late fees, premium versions of everything. Random impulse buys under $20. Nothing huge. But he treated small spending like background noise. Meanwhile, another guy at the same job made the same salary. Difference. He paused on small decisions, not in a stressed way, in a deliberate way. He'd ask one question. Is this dollar working for me or against me? 10 years later, one has credit card debt. One owns property and investments. Same income, different relationship with $1. Robert, come on. $1 won't make me rich. Correct. But how you handle $1 shows me how you'll handle $100, $1,000, and $100,000. Because money habits scale. If you ignore small leaks, you'll ignore big ones too. People who can't control $5 subscriptions, $15 impulse buys, $3 convenience charges, will absolutely lose control when they have a higher income. More money doesn't fix discipline problems. It magnifies them. Think of money like calories. Nobody gains 40 pounds from one meal. They gain it from small daily excess. Wealth works the same way. Nobody stays broke because of one bad purchase. They stay broke from repeated financial autopilot. Zero friction on spending. No attention to small numbers. The $1 rule is about awareness, not deprivation. Studies on financial behavior consistently show that people underestimate small recurring expenses and overestimate their control. That $9.99 subscription, your brain logs it as basically free. But stack 8 of those? That's $80 per month, nearly $1,000 per year. People track big bills. They don't track drips, but drips sink ships. The $1 rule isn't just about spending. It's also about earning. People say, I need a big opportunity, but the wealthy often play the increment game. Ask for a $1 per hour raise? That's $2,000 plus per year. Invest it? That compounds. Learn a skill that earns you an extra $50 per week. That's $2,600 per year. Wealth isn't built in leaps. It's built in increments you don't ignore. Here's the deeper psychology. The $1 rule isn't about money. It's about identity. There are 2 types of people. Person A, it's only $1. Person B, I respect every dollar. Person B doesn't worship money. They understand that money is stored life energy. Time to work to money. When you waste money carelessly, you're wasting hours of your life. That shift alone changes everything. All right, let's make this practical. Step 1, the pause rule. Before small purchases, pause 3 seconds and ask, would I still buy this if it cost $10? If the answer is no, you didn't want it. Step 2, track micro spending for 7 days. Not forever, just a week. Every coffee, snack, app purchase, fee. Most people are shocked. Step 3, create a respect account. Every time you skip a small, unnecessary spend, move that amount into savings or investments. Make respecting $1 visible. Step 4, raise your floor, not just your ceiling. Don't just chase higher income. Reduce your baseline waste. A person who needs $2,000 to live is wealthier than someone who needs $6,000 at the same salary. Here's what most people don't realize. Financial stress isn't caused by big expenses. It's caused by lack of control. When you master small money decisions, your anxiety drops, even before your bank account explodes, because control feels like security. Let's say you apply the $1 rule and free up $5 per day. That's $150 per month. Invested for 25 years at moderate returns. That's over $100,000 from respecting $1. Not from genius, from awareness. Look, this isn't about never enjoying life. It's about being intentional instead of unconscious. Because the difference between broke and wealthy people is often invisible. It's not lifestyle, it's decision patterns. And the smallest financial decision you make today is practice for bigger ones later. Every dollar is a vote for your future self. So the next time you hear yourself say, it's just $1, stop. That might be the most important financial moment of your day. If this changed how you think even a little, hit the like button so more people see this. Comment below, I respect $1. Make it a commitment. And subscribe, because the more you understand money behavior, the less money controls you. I'll see you in the next one.